John obviously got to hear some stories from the kids and families affected by the landslides and floodings. What did you take out of that experience, as well as the clinic that followed?
Yeah, it was quite moving actually. To hear some of the stories and some of the emotion on the kids' faces and some of the parents' faces in telling us what happened and what tragedies they've gone through. So it was heartwarming to see, and hopefully this time that we've spent with them can take their mind off it and put a few smiles on their faces.
I guess, what did you learn from their experiences and the support that was provided by Oxfam and the Australian community?
I think the thing that I could probably take out of it was that if there's something that we can do as the Australian cricket team is just take an hour out of our day to see genuine happiness on young kids and families' faces that have gone through tragedy, then I think that's a really big plus for us. And hopefully, if we can continue to do more of it, that'll be really great for us and for them.
And what do you guys get out of these cricket cares activities? Happens every tour. There's an opportunity to get away from cricket a little bit. The day in, day out grind?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes we can take what we have for granted. That's probably the main thing that I take out of it, is that we whinge and complain when we don't get a nice meal at the hotel, and these guys are going through a real hard time. And I've went to the AIDS clinic in Durban as well, and just if we can just help in any way and put a smile on their face, that means a lot to me, and hopefully it means a little bit to them as well.
See any mystery spinners out there that maybe on the next tour here they could be a handful?
I did actually ask if there was any fast bowlers, and then I don't think anyone put their hand up at all. So I don't know whether they couldn't understand me, but I'm not sure anyone's in a hurry to bowl fast at all.
If there was going to be a pitch that might aid fast bowling, it's probably this one here, given what they had in the test match. Have you had a look at it, and do you know what it might hold for tomorrow?
No, I haven't had a look as yet. We've got training after this, so hopefully have a look, and hopefully it does have a little bit more coverage of grass on it. And I played here a little while ago in the one and only Sri Lankan Premier League. It was quite a few years back now. It might have been 6 or 7 years ago, but this was our home ground, and I enjoyed bowling here actually. It was some good pace and bounce in it, but who knows, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I doubt that'll be pace and bounce in it.
What are some of the things you're working on for this game, given it is a dead rubber game, but obviously you're motivated to win, but what sort of things have you discussed leading into this game?
I think the main thing for us is to try and keep a winning habit, especially moving into the T20s, and then moving, not looking too far ahead, but obviously we've got a one-day tournament in South Africa after this as well. We're only home for sort of 8 or 9 days, and I think just getting into that winning habit. The bowling group will be pretty similar. That's going over there, minus Starkey. So it's just about gelling together, and hopefully we can put a few processes in place this next game and the T20s. Focusing on our death bowling, I think, is going to be crucial in moving us forward as well. So if we can take a few of those things out, but I think more importantly, we want to win, because obviously we lost 3-0 in the tests. It wasn't ideal for us, and if we can win 4-1 out of this one-day series, that'd be great.
And playing the first T20 is here as well, so it's a sort of on-the-job learning assignment for you to have a really good look at the wicket, and presumably conditions will be quite similar again Tuesday. Yeah,
no doubt that it'll probably be the same wicket, I guess. It's been the trend the whole sort of tour, so we're sort of preparing for that. We'll have to sum up conditions very quickly. It looks a pretty good pitch, a pretty good outfield to me, so we'll have a look at the pitch and go from there.
Is there any quirks here that you glean from your time in the Sri Lanka Premier League, or does the dew factor come into play at the night?
As I said, it was a long time ago, but it did swing a bit at night when I played here. So hopefully that's the case again. If we can win a toss for a change, that'd be nice. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll probably have a bat, and it'd be nice to bowl under lights. It'd be a little bit cooler, and as I said, there traditionally is a little bit of swing at night here.
And just looking forward to the South Africa tour that follows this. I'm not preempting anything, but that's when David Saker gets involved. From your work with him in Victoria, what will he bring to the national job, the setup, and the skills that he has helped you with over his time in Victoria?
Yeah, Sakes has been fantastic for me, especially in my early formative years. I think he really helped me sort of understand and knowing my own game. It wasn't about, he said to me, you're never going to bowl as quick as all the other guys, so you need to be skillful, you need to be able to bowl at the death, and you need to have all the different types of deliveries. So that's one thing I learned off him very early on, and that's helped me throughout my career. I've loved working with Sakes every chance I get. I think he'd be really good for the Australian team. He's very honest. in his assessment and his appraisal of people and players. So I think that's one thing that he can bring to the table, is just you know exactly where you stand. And I think his opinion and his knowledge of the game is very good as well. So you know he comes across very honestly and is able to talk to him about anything. So I think he'll be a great addition.
And the combination of him and Ryan both going to South Africa is dual seam bowling coaches.
It's good. We'll definitely have a lot of knowledge there in the seam bowling department, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to working with Rhino as well. I did a bit of work with him up at the academy before I left. He was there before he went off with the MPS boys. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again and catching up. But from all reports, from what they've said, is that you know he's a really good coach in the making, and I'm sure this will aid his development.
And just with Angelo out injured, you know he's had his high moments, you know, in the series with the bat and the ball. He's quite a damaging player. What does it mean from Australia's perspective to have him out? Is that something you can exploit? Do you really think they can replace a star all-rounder like that and a captain?
I think it'd be hard to replace a star all-rounder like that. They've just lost two really big players for them, haven't they? I mean, you know, Dilshan's left with 300-odd games, and Matthews has played a heap of games as well. So they've lost a lot of experience. So I think that's one thing we might be able to exploit on the pitch if we can take a couple of early wickets like we have done, and then really put their young middle order under pressure. Hopefully we can come away with a win. But yeah, it's going to be hard to replace Angelo, as you said.
Squad for SA is still to be named, obviously, but given Stark and Hazelwood away, potential there for you to almost lead that attack, I guess. Is that something you'd look forward to?
Yeah, hopefully. I think that's going to get announced in the next coming days, and hopefully, you know, I've got a plane ticket to there. I'd love to get over to South Africa again, and if I did have a chance to lead the attack, it'd be something that I've probably worked towards over the last few years. I never really thought that I would get that opportunity, but now that I have, and now that I've come back and done okay, you know, I'd really be looking to stick my hand up there and just try and be that leader, I guess, for the young bowlers that are coming over, whoever that may be. I'm not too sure, but yeah, look, I'd love a chance to lead the Australian cricket team attack. That would be, you know, a big feather in my cap for sure.
Davey talked about how you're very difficult to get away in the West Indies, in the subcontinent, but of course South Africa's going to be, you know, we see them as faster, bouncier pitches, so that's another adjustment for you.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I like is that challenge. Thing that I really do love is proving people wrong, and the one thing I don't like is being pigeonholed into certain types of surfaces and all that sort of thing. So for me, it'll be another opportunity to show that I can do it, you know, on those types of pitches. So, you know, moving forward, it will be another challenge, but, you know, hopefully I'm pretty confident I'll be able to adapt quickly and, you know, use that surface to my advantage.